Hello and welcome. You're watching The Money Show, your one-stop destination for all your personal finance queries. I'm Kavita Thapliyal, and as usual, today on the show as well, we'll be talking about your investment strategies, because if you have a financial portfolio, it has to be aligned with your financial goals, for which you need specific investment strategies. And for that, we have our experts who guide you and tell you the right way to invest and the right kind of asset class or asset mix that you need to have in your portfolio. So we'll be answering all of those questions also on the show. We'll be giving a check to your portfolio as well. And we have a lot of, we have a Power Pack show today focusing on a lot of aspects of investments, an investment portfolio. Just in case you're watching the show live, you can send across your questions on our WhatsApp number, which is 865-7974-571. And the email ID is themoneyshow@etnow.tv, where you can send across your live questions. And let's begin the show, and today we'll be talking about a financial milestone that has made headlines across the investment world. Now, if we talk about the monthly SIPs numbers, in April, India recorded its highest ever SIP contribution, a staggering 26,632 crores, with active SIP accounts reaching to 8.38 crores. Now, this surge signals growing trust in mutual funds as a wealth building tool among Indian investors. But the question we ask over here is, what's actually driving this SIP revolution? Are investors becoming more mature and disciplined, or is it just a reflection of smarter fund strategies and better investor education also? To decode this trend and understand what it means for you, we are joined by someone who sits at the very heart of this movement. I have with me DP Singh, Deputy MD, Joint CEO, SBI Mutual Fund. Hi, good evening and welcome to the show, sir. And all right, so let's just set the context, okay? And let's begin the conversation with a very important question. A record inflow in SIP numbers, once again, 26,600, it has crossed that number. What do you think are the key drivers behind this historic jump?
The basic reason behind it, the continuous investor education and the ease of doing business as well as the confidence. Actually, if you look at it, the number is not very high. Last year it was almost 26,000. This is 26,632. Almost at the same level for the last 6 months. This only tells that people who are putting money through SIP route, they are not concerned. They are continuously putting money. People are not actually reducing the number. They are not cancelling. Whatever numbers are being cancelled, equivalent numbers are coming also. So that speaks of the confidence level of the citizens at large.
Just for the viewers' context now, not only the SIP numbers, but, we've seen a significant rise in flexi-cap investment also, DP sir, 13th month where we've seen the inflows intact as far as flexi-cap category is concerned. And one more very important development is that the inflows in small and mid-cap, that has remained stable, in between. There was a slight dip, but then again, this trend has caught up where we are seeing a good amount of inflow, at least a stable inflow in month-on-month basis as far as small and mid-cap is concerned. So what are we looking at in terms of trend and maturities? Why do you think investors are still holding on to this small cap and mid cap category? And the confidence to, have stability in the portfolio comes from investing through a large cap or a flexi cap, which is pretty evident in this particular report this time.
So, Kavita, actually, you need to look at it in a perspective that, see, when we are looking at the overall numbers and looking at the numbers which are coming through SIPs, the SIP book for the flexi cap fund, followed by small cap and mid cap fund, is intact. And the most of the money net flows which we are seeing in this category are coming through SIP route only. And some money is coming through see some technical calls. Some of the funds are there like flexi cap funds. There are there are fund of funds of mutual fund schemes as well. Sometimes these are seen as a double counting, which is adjusted at the end of the day. So those are also some of the things which we have to be kept in mind. But on overall, I will say the overall what you call the confidence level is quite high. Confidence level is there. We'll see this month because this month's volatility is very high. because of the obvious reasons which we are aware of. But I am sure the SIP numbers will continue to be the same. If you put it in perspective, and $3 billion money coming through SIP route, I think it's a huge success story for Indian capital market.
Sure. So, since we are talking to you, you're the largest AMC in the country. You've logged the maximum PIN codes. I just want to understand, are you seeing SIP growth primarily in metros, or is the trend picking up in tier 2 and tier 3 cities as well? Are we seeing the B30 doing better than the metros now?
No, Kavita, the problem is that as you said in the earlier part, that total number of accounts have grown beyond 8 crores. But the fact of the matter is the number of new investors coming to the market is little sluggish. We need to work on that now so that we get more and more number of customers with the initiatives like Jan Nivesh, the initiatives like getting into more and more newer markets. So will get us more numbers. But today, if you look at your question on the whether it is coming in the T30 or B30, it's coming in the similar trend as it was. We are getting money from the bigger markets also, but definitely the smaller markets are contributing more than the bigger markets.
Now, since we are seeing a sense of maturity, in the retail investors, do you think the SIP stoppage numbers is likely to go down in the coming months, and it's not a major concern to you? These are the gross SIP numbers that we are looking at. And earlier also, when I had a conversation with you, SIP discontinuation was not a major concern. It was more like a market trend or an investor mindset or reaction, according to you. It's a behavior pattern, according to you. Does it really attributes to that even now?
Yeah, see, first thing, this amount which we are talking about, 26,000 crore, this is the net amount, this is not the gross amount. And the number of SIPs, when we are talking about the number of cancellations or seizures, are more in a particular channel, especially in DIV channels like Robos, where people they start the SIPs and they can cancel the SIPs. Cancellation is as high as 30 to 40% on month basis. But at the same time, there are other channels who are getting in money. Every month we get the equivalent number or more number into this. So net numbers are not going down. The cancellations are not outpacing the new investors coming in. That's why we always look at the net positive. But today, majority of the investors are having, when there are good number of investors who are having 7 or 8 or 9 SAPs going on. The idea is to get more unique investors. Today, we have in the whole industry have got around 5 crore investors. I mean, the challenge is to how to make this 8 crore SIP numbers converted into 8 crore unique investors investing through SIP mode. So that's the challenge. I think we as an industry, with the help of MFI and very robust regulatory system, very friendly overall ecosystem, I think we should reach those numbers very soon.
Two strong inflow numbers that I really want to ask you about. See, sectoral inflow has been almost slightly above 2,000 crore versus 170 crores month on month. And overall inflows, even in arbitrage fund, that has come up to 12,000 crores, and record high inflows in ETFs. The amount is almost 19,000 crores. Now, what does this signify?
The 19,000 crore number is majority of this is in the Nifty 50 and BSE 30, and most of the money which has come is the institutional money. This is not the mass market retail money which is there. So that is one point which I will talk about the passive fund. But yes, the number vis-a-vis last month has been higher because the institutional investors, they know in the very beginning itself how much money they have to allocate for the equities in the current financial year. Sometimes people do take a call to put in money in the first month itself. So this is the first month of financial year, and we have seen this seasonality earlier as well, that the April is getting more passive money than the later months. So all these fiduciary capacity investments by provident funds and so on and so forth. That is contributing into this. But we'll have to see the numbers separately for the retail investors and the institutional investors to really comment upon this. The other point was on the sectoral funds. Sectoral funds, again, when we look at the numbers, one, you have to keep in mind that this month there was hardly any NFO. And most of the money now, the some of the major sectoral funds, so-called sectoral funds, are very much in the market, like banking and financial services fund or any other sectoral fund. Last month there was a unanimity, just like the way the things happen in the fixed income market. There was unanimity that the banking sector will do well. So naturally, that sector, wherever this was, when we got more money into the sector fund, and when we are looking at the money, we are looking at the overall all the sectors put together. We'll have to see separately which sector has got the maximum money. So that's another part. That number I've not seen as yet.
All right, sure. I think thank you so much, sir, for being on the show once again. Thank you for those incredible insights. It's clear that the SIP story is no longer just a trend, it's a financial revolution in the making. And thank you so much for being there for our viewers every time. Thank you.
Thank you, Kavita. Thank you so much.
All right, let's move on.